Okay, this is mixed media, and it's based on the idea in my own imagination that somewhere on a cave there are figures dancing that are women. Okay, this is from my imagination, from my own fantasy, but I actually imagine that on a cave, you know, you've seen the cave drawings with men, right? But I imagine them being women dancing on a cave, so or dancing on a cave wall.
Women
The thing
like to
is
dance.
that,
Women like to dance.
yeah, exactly. And it's based on what I call, this is called the creation story. So the creation story is what this painting is about. So the reason why I used various different media is because I wanted to create a cave-like look. So as you notice, there's lots and lots of texture. There's also, which I created with different kinds of stamps and tools that made, like it was actually a comb that I used to create these textures here. Okay, and I used stamps that I made from shells, and I'm going to show you how to make your own stamps today.
Oh, I use the shell stamps. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, and these because I think about, okay, if it was a cave, then number one, it would have fossil-like look to it. You know, there would be some fossils, and there would be some texture. That would be the stone, and look at all the different colors. The colors are all neutral and earth tones, because except for the little areas that are under here. And the thing is, this is a canvas that there was a painting on it to start with, and
Was
I
it
painted.
done by you?
Yeah.
Was it done?
It was a painting I did that I really wanted to just do something over that particular painting. I do that a lot. I use my own canvases again if I decide, okay, I want something else underneath.
Do you take pictures
over
of
that
it?
one canvas.
Do you take pictures of it?
Yeah. I take a picture of what it was to start with, and then what it becomes afterwards. Now, the dancing figures are done with stencils that I created of dancing figures, shapes that I created out of figures. So they're my own figures. And also, this is done with charcoal. So what I did is I used the stencil to create the figure, but then I added charcoal, because charcoal is another thing they would probably have, you know, they would have had in the cave drawings. Okay? So this is an example of a mixed media. There's various different kinds of techniques and material to create this look. The other thing, as you can see, there's two different things. There's molding paste, which I'm going to introduce today, and there's also, sometimes they call them modeling paste. But anyway, it's an acrylic medium that gets really hard and creates a relief. And that's a really cool thing to use in a mixed media painting. And the other thing that I use, as we talked about, is joint compound. Joint compound has a different kind of effect. It's stone-like. It's very stone-like. The other thing I did was I used oil pastels. And oil pastels, you can actually rub into the relief with oil pastels to give it a stained look, a natural look. And I didn't want a really lot of bright colors. I wanted it to be really natural looking.
No,
So, yeah, go ahead.
with the stencils,
Uh-huh.
do you have a different stencil for every figure? They all look really different.
Yeah, actually they are. I'll show you those later on. I'll show you what they look like, the stencils that I cut out. I was studying Henri Matisse, and I was studying the dance that he did, and I really liked that. And I started doing dancing figures a lot. And so the figures that I did were just done on black construction paper, and I used those cutouts for my mixed media piece. Okay, so that's how I did this piece. Okay, so today, let me turn this off, and we're going to go into the next part of it.